Guys, what is going on? It is Spherical here. We are back with My Hero Academia Season 4, episode number 20. We're in the 20s. Again, the episodes are counting down. There's not going to be very many left. 5 more after this one, to be exact, before we're done with this season, which is kind of crazy. So, I know a lot of you guys are probably going to be wondering, or if you haven't been already, Spherical, where's the movie review? That was supposed to be out a couple days ago. Was it not? It was supposed to be. Well, you see, I have, in fact, actually not seen the movie yet. I was going to see it on Wednesday and Thursday, but the 2 people that I was seeing it with on both of those days had to cancel, or at least we had to reschedule because they just couldn't make it. And I would have gone on my own, but I had a busy school week anyways, and I'm like, I'm not going to push myself to go to this movie. Well, I'll watch it when I can. So I'm seeing it on Sunday now, and I think one more time later in the week. So you won't get my review till tomorrow because I haven't seen it yet, and I won't have until tomorrow. So, yeah, it's been killing me waiting, like knowing that, you know, it's been out for a couple days now, and I want to see it so bad. But again, I have one more day. I haven't heard anything yet. I haven't been spoiled or anything. So, you know, we're all good right now. But, yeah, last episode, more school stuff, school festival planning. Gentle plans on infiltrating the school during the festival. Again, everything's kind of building up here. I don't know what to expect from this episode. Again, it's hard to tell this arc where things are going to go. I'm assuming we're just going to keep going with the school festival planning. I would assume that this season is going to show the school festival before the season ends, because it doesn't seem like it'd be that big of a thing, and we still have 5 episodes left after this. Although, keep in mind, I had also said the same thing about the camping trip arc. Whatever, you know, the start of season 3. I didn't think that was going to be a big thing, and I thought we would see it at the end of season 2. Turns out it was the leading arc of season 3, and it led up to like the biggest fight of the series with All Might versus All For One. So I don't know, maybe the same thing will happen with this festival. Maybe we won't even see it this season, and it'll start off season 5, and it'll be like some amazing arc. But no, I expect to see that kind of be the end of this season, is the school festival. Maybe Gentle trying to infiltrate. Maybe like I expect we'll see like a minor fight with him, but I don't expect anything big because again, he doesn't really want to do anything like that. He just wants to infiltrate and record it and say, "Hey, I'm a badass. I infiltrated the most prestigious hero school in Japan." And then again, at the end of the episode, we got Midoriya training more with One For All, and having a talk with All Might about his quirk and stuff like that. So, yeah, that pretty much leads us into this episode. I'm ready to get into it. Hopefully you guys are too, because we're getting into it. So, let's go. Alright, guys, that was episode number 20 of My Hero Academia, and things went pretty much as I expected. More preparation for the school festival, and more of Gentle plotting his infiltration. Let's talk about Gentle first. Again, I love Gentle. He's so cool. Like, I don't know. He's a guy that you want to succeed, right? Even though he's technically a villain, he doesn't really do anything bad. He's just trying to be a YouTuber. So I mean, like, he is doing illegal things by breaking and, you know, stealing and whatever he does, but there's some minor shit. Like, we just had Overhaul, who tried to eradicate everybody or all quirks from this planet. What Gentle's doing is it's nothing compared to that. So I like the guy, and we learned how he met La Brava. She was a mega fan, and she was the first fan that he ever met. She, again, being a pro hacker, she tracked down his address and came to him. That's like that Gentle got lucky there, because if that hadn't happened, I mean, again, he got what, like 58 views on that one video. He wasn't doing too hot. All I'm saying is, if I could wake up one day and have a lolly mega fan show up at my door and have her help and increase my audience like tenfold. She would also make me tea. She would also be a pro hacker, so I can pretty much do whatever the hell I want. And she would record all of my videos. Do you understand how, like, that is a dream life, all right? Gentle he's not really living the dream, because he's still not as successful as he wants to be, and he gets a lot of hate. But I'm just saying, that'd be pretty sweet if that would happen to me one day. Actually, no, it wouldn't. I'd be terrified. I would not be okay. Nobody track down my address. Even if you are a lolly, do not track down my address, because I'll just lock the door. So Midoriya has an upgrade on the way. Support item in his gloves or something. I want to go back and look at that, actually. I think it was supposed to be gloves, but maybe it was just what she happened to be holding while she was talking. Well, this is a lot further back than I thought. Let's see. And we also know that All Might used to try working with support items as well. Yeah, it's definitely a glove. And there's like little slots on each of his fingers. I'm wondering if maybe each slot has room for like a little item, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. It also has like lines running up the gloves. I don't know what it could possibly do. Interesting. Okay. So that's cool. Again, I really like that again, it's not something that I necessarily really care too much about, but I do like that they throw in these costume changes that evolve over time. And very minor things. But it's kind of cool. And I like that you can also, like, I always think it's nice when an anime does this, where you can take a picture of a character, and depending on what they're wearing, you can tell what arc that character is from, right? Or like what era. Like, we can take a look at, like, I don't know, Dragon Ball Z, Goku, how like he still has his same uniform that he wears, but the logo changed a couple times. It used to have like I think Turtle School on it, and then King Kai's logo, and like minor nuances like that, or like his outfit in Resurrection F. Like, you can look at him, and just by looking at a picture, you can probably tell what arc he came from, right? And that's something that I like with this show. If we look at, if I was just shown just a random character portrait of Midoriya, you could probably look at his outfit and just be able to tell what period in the show that picture came from, right? I always like minor things like that, and it adds more meaning, I think, to certain moments. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's a very minor thing. It doesn't really make too much of a difference, but it's nice when you have something visually to associate a point in time with, right? So I like that. And again, just a lot of festival preparation. There's what do we learn? There's a school play that the 1B is doing, which is I would like to see it, but I doubt we will. There's also a fashion contest, fashion show, that apparently Nejire only got second place in last time. Can you believe that bullshit? If she doesn't win in this festival, I don't know, I won't do anything, because I don't have any power to change what happens in the show, but I'll be deeply upset, okay? You cannot tell me, you cannot look at her and tell me that she does not deserve to win #1 every year in a row, all right? And if you try and tell me otherwise, it's okay to be wrong. You can have an opinion. It's just the wrong one, okay? So that's all I'll say there. What else? Not a whole lot. I mean, again, it was a pretty, it was a really enjoyable episode, actually. One of my favorite of the arc so far. I liked seeing Eri just being rehabilitated. I love how proud Mirio in particular and Midoriya are like around her whenever she's happy or something. Like when they were, sitting at the bench, and I can't remember exactly what she said, but they both looked at each other with that big grin. Like it's so wholesome. I love it so much. Um, I love it. The only thing that I learned so far concerning Eri is to keep Mineta at least 10 feet away from her at all times for the rest of her life. So basically, just get a restraining order against the little guy, because in 10 years' time, I don't even want to think of what Mineta will be in 10 years' time. But keep Eri away. That's all. That's it's just a rule that has to be set. Um, Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Oh, I guess we can. I'm curious whether Maze, she when she ran out and interrupted All Might and Midoriya. I'm wondering if like that little eye thing she had, is that like a camera? She can see things through it. Did she catch any of the conversation? I feel like that was just a really oddly placed thing, or maybe not. I guess it was just to bring up the idea of support items that All Might could bring it up and say that he used one. So I guess in that sense, it wasn't really that out of place. But initially, I felt like that was really out of place, and I felt like it would hold some significance. Like maybe she overheard something and would spill the beans or something. I don't know. Maybe May is the plant. She's the one who's been spilling information to the villains. Again, I keep going back to that, and it's something that it's so easy to forget. But there is a traitor at UA still, or there's supposed to be. I've been really thinking about it every once in a while, just on my off time. Just, I know it's weird to bring up now, but I've been trying to think of who it could possibly be, and nobody has struck me as suspicious yet. So it's just like, I don't know. Cause what brought it up? Oh, I was thinking about how this show, one thing that this was just me, like, I don't know, shower thought or whatever for My Hero Academia. I was kind of thinking about how I wish this show had, like a student at UA who was clearly destined down the path to becoming a villain. Kind of like something like Naruto and Sasuke, where they were, friends, comrades, and then Sasuke, went off that path and strayed down, I guess, a villainous path in a way, even though he wanted good, which is what all villains want. I was kind of, it's something that you love to see in like a shonen anime, right? The rival who becomes the bad guy and you have to fight him in the end. And of course, everybody thought that would be Bakugo at the start. Clearly, that's not going to be him. And like all the students at UA, they have such strong aspirations to be heroes. So, and I was kind of like thinking about it in the shower. I'm like, it kind of sucks that we're never going to get a character like that. But then again, it kind of resurfaced in my mind the fact that there is still a traitor at UA. So that whole avenue of storytelling could still happen where somebody from UA betrays everybody. But again, I don't know. It hasn't been mentioned very often, so there's a possibility that maybe there isn't a traitor and maybe something else happened. Like, I don't know what else could possibly have happened for the villains to get that kind of intel, but, I don't know. A really weird time to bring it up because it wasn't mentioned at all this episode or in the past. Like, it hasn't been mentioned barely at all this season, but I just wanted to bring it up because, again, I had a shower thought about it over the last week or so. But yeah, I think that's pretty much going to finish it off for today. So as always, if you guys want early access and or the full-length versions of these reactions, click that link down in the description. It'll take you to patreon.com/sphericalfilms. You can check that out there. But with all that out of the way, I do thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you guys all next week on Saturday with episode number 21 of season 4 of My Hero Academia. Until then, peace out.